On the 9th of June 2025, Jupiter, the planet of expansion, wisdom, and the law, will move into sensitive and caring Cancer, where it will remain until the 30th of June 2026. In marked contrast to Saturn's ingress into masculine and macho Aries, which we covered in episode 2, Cancer is a sign deeply connected to the archetypal feminine. This is the domicile of all things related to motherhood, nurturing, the family and home, as well as food and emotional security. It also happens to be the place in the zodiac where Jupiter is exalted. After all the recent focus on masculine planets like Saturn and Mars, not to mention the hypersexualization of women in modern popular culture, I think this trend change will come as something of a relief. So as I mentioned earlier, the planet Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Perhaps because in ancient times it was considered a sign of wealth if you were blessed with a large family. In fact, many classical astrological texts contain whole sections dedicated to answering questions such as the gender of children, how many children one would have, whether a prospective marriage partner was infertile or barren, etc., all of which demonstrate a slightly different set of priorities and values with regards to what was considered to be rich or abundant. So in effect, when Jupiter is in Cancer, which is the sign ruled by the moon or its domicile, it amplifies the feminine aspect. Hence its numerological connection to the number 3, which is the third or creative principle in Pythagorean cosmology, and a number found in many time spans and cycles related to the female body. Sometimes concepts related to Jupiterian expansion can become a little warped into peculiar theories about reproduction. Think of eugenics, or more recently the so-called birthers, the pronatalist movement embraced by more fringe parts of the American conservative realm. Here I find it interesting that in the natal chart of one of its more prominent proponents, there is an out-of-sign Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in the 5th house of children. Now, from an astrological perspective, this could potentially express itself as a maniacal desire to have a large family for ideological reasons, mania being mainly associated with the planet Jupiter. However, any Jupiterian good intentions may become distorted by Neptune's influence here, with the person convincing themselves that they are living out a narrative taken right from the pages of like a fantasy fiction or a sci-fi novel.